Hey, yo, black man, what's happening, man? Peace. Tell me what's goody, right? Now, when this video, and hold on, let me mention this, right? I'm back rolling, man. My computer was messed up for a little bit. Now I can record videos. Now I can actually delete stuff off my computer. It was wild, right? But I'm back rolling, right? So in this video, I'm talking about there are not too many black men to talk to, and they will derail you. Who are they, right? Black women. Black women will derail you. Now, let's start with how they will derail you. Now, in my life, right, personally, and you guys let me know if you've ever experienced this, something similar or whatever the case may be, right? But see, black women, they'll derail you from young. And again, when you're young, you don't understand this. See, they learn from a very young age on how to, separate men, how to categorize men. And again, when you fit the average black man physical stats, because again, black women they hyperfixate on the physical. This is why, as a group, we will never be able to move forward, dude. Again, the women they dictate which men based upon behavior and physical appearance, right? Who gets to reproduce? Again, black men they choose to be thugs, degenerate scumbags, and fucking losers. But these guys get the most pussy from black women. They get the most love and empathy. Not to mention they get the chance to reproduce. So that's why I always say in my content, man. Listen, in about 25 years, watch in the year 2050, the black community in America will be shit, ashes, dude. Just ashes, bro. Burnt down ashes, bro. But anyways, see, they derail you from stuff like that. Again, they derail you from pussy because again, as a man, especially when you're young, you equate your manhood to pussy. Even though that's as a way as a man, right? You should never value your manhood and your stroke or your ability to have sex. That's not what being a man is about. But black women, they understand, yo, listen, I'm gonna derail him from that. So again, let me talk about my life, right? I'm the average black man. Average height, average looks, etc. I'm just the average dude, right? And I'm unsatisfied. I'm not happy. And early on in my life, right, I give you guys two stories, right? I was a senior in high school. Both of these happened in my senior year, right? I was in a group of three people, right? Me, two other women. This is how I was paired up. We had a group project, the two women, right? I forgot specifically what the topic of the project was about, but this was history class. And the topic we were given by the teacher, I'm presenting ideas that we can, present towards the topic. I gave two ideas, maybe even three. Both black women turned them down. Okay, cool. When those two came to a conclusion on what they were going to present towards the topic, I gave my ideas, two to three more, turned them down. So obviously, I can see that my ideas are not welcome, they're not appreciated, they're not valued, and they don't want my help, they don't want my input, they don't want my say so, my 2 cents, anything. So I'm already X'd out, right? Now they go forward with the project, they turn it into the teacher, right? Because I think the project took a whole week, and yet every idea I presented was turned down. So not to mention that every idea that I presented, they didn't want to use or even give me credit for presenting ideas. They told the teacher that I did not contribute anything. So not to mention that I was derailed just from interacting within the groups to earn a grade, right? Because again, group projects are about participation, damn near. You know what I'm saying? You're getting graded off the work that the group does. And they singled me out and told the teacher I did nothing. I contributed nothing. And guess what he did? Gave me a failing grade. Didn't even think to say, yo, what did you do? Didn't think to get my input. He just went along to get along with these young black women because he's a simp. But again, that was not that's not even the first time I experienced it. But that's one of the most traumatic ones because I was like really dumbfounded because I can't believe that these women really turned against me like that and they threw me under the bus. They really said that I didn't contribute anything, even though they turned down my ideas and the teacher went along and gave me a failing grade for the project. Yo, from that day forward, I packed up my bags and my belongings and I left that group. That was my assigned group. I said, I'm done. I'm gonna go sit off in a corner by myself. I mean, I met another black chick in the classroom. You know, I was talking to her, but yo, from that moment right there, I'm like, yo, listen, black women, they evil, bro. Right? And that's in an academic way. Man, when it comes to just dating, dude, I realized if you are the average black man, you can't be anything besides perfect. No, 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 no. Only Tyrone can have flaws. Only Tyrone could be neurotypical. Only Tyrone, Pookie, only these guys can be low inhibition. Because growing up, man, I was always a very high inhib person because I'm thinking about things before I do them. Right? That's the big difference between low inhib and high inhib. That you think about things before you actually do it because you're trying to weigh out the consequences. You know what I'm saying? Whatever possible outcomes. You just think about things. Tyrone doesn't think; he just acts. Impulse. That's why, again, black women, they reward that behavior. And again, in a world that's only becoming more technological, more modern, they reward primal, animalistic instincts. And again, you know what? Go ahead, let them continue to do that. Right. My second story to that, it was a black chick I met that same school year, and I'm thinking, how, man, listen, why is it that I have to be perfect? I have to be. Yeah, I don't have to be, but in the eyes of them, I have to be, right? So with this chick, boom, I'm walking her to class. You know, I'm macking on her, dude. You know, pretty little brown joint, nice fat ass on her. One time I pulled up on her at the crib, and my mom gave me the keys to the Lexus. I pull up on her, right? And she come outside in some pajamas. I grab her ass, you know, it's cool, whatever. And yo, I guess the fact that I grabbed her ass, she didn't fuck with that. And I got dubbed. Now she never gave me the reason why I got dubbed, but I'm sure that was the reason because again, as a black man, no, 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 no. You can't want anything. When you're the average black man, you have to just be happy to interact with them. You have to be happy to just have a conversation with them because in their minds, they're thinking, well, listen, he's already been starved. I'm telling you guys, black women are on code about this. They operate in a way where, listen, we're gonna starve him out. And guys that are starved out on a because again, they understand this on a subconscious level. The guys that are starved out, he's grateful to have attention. You know what I mean? Pussy's too much to give him. He's grateful to have attention. You know what I'm saying? We'll come back to these guys when we're in our 30s and 40s, and you know what I'm saying? So guys like that, the average black man, you're starved out from young. Now, personally, I'm not no incel, dude. I've had my fair share of action, but I've always realized, even within the action I've gotten, right, or I received, I couldn't be anything less than perfect. When I'm telling you perfect, dude, listen, as a black man, the average black man, you can't think the way you want to think. You can't behave the way you want to behave. Listen, you may have ideas that's outside the box. You may have what's happening, black man? You may have ideas that are outside the box. You may have ideas that go against the grain. And as a black man, especially the average black man, if you go against the grain, no, 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 no. Black women understand that on a subconscious level, man. They work hand in hand with the slave master. They will always have an unholy alliance with the slave master because he created the system and they aid him in the system to offer you up on a golden plate with diamond encrusted utensils, my nigga. You feel me? So, and this is how the system eat because the system is designed against specifically black men, the average black man. They already know. Listen, and this goes into my second point, right? Because after that black woman derail you, right? Because again, and when you're the average black man and you're trying to level up, when you don't fit the status quo, when you go off script, They try and derail you because, again, man, listen, he is somebody that can rise up. We already know that when it came to slavery, let's talk about it real quick. Black men were slaves. Black women, they enjoyed it. Tyrones and Pookies and Simps, they enjoyed it. Black men were trying to get off the plantation. So again, when they derail you, it's because you're going off the script. No. He's somebody that can rise up against us. He can rise up against the system. So we have to derail him. We have to knock him back down a peg in order to get him back in line. So again, not to mention that these simps work hand in hand with the black women. Again, most black men, you realize, well, you can't trust these guys. You can't rock with these guys. Because listen, not only will he side with the black women, these same guys will fight you tooth and nail. Tooth and nail, bro. He will go to the ends of the earth to simp. Because again, you have the black men that's still on the plantation. Those guys, listen, when it comes to the black men, this is how I break it up. 60% of black men, these guys are dumb, deaf, and blind. The 60%, these guys, listen, they will fight you tooth and nail. These are the simps, Tyrones, these are the Pookies. And those are the guys who won't go against black women. The teacher that gave me that feeling grade back in the day, he's a part of that 60% because, again, this guy didn't even ask me what did I contribute. He just went along with what they said and gave me a failing grade. He gave me a 0. Listen, for you guys who understand how stuff worked back in school, bro, do you understand how hard it is to come back from a 0 in the grade book? I think you need about 7 to 8 100s to balance out that 1 0. If you start the semester with a 0 off of anything, whether it's a homework assignment, a project, or a test, you get a 0, dude, you're pretty much done for the semester. The highest your grade will ever be in that class after that 0 is probably like a C. Not even a C plus, just a flat C. You know what I'm saying? So again, just bouncing back from that, right? But again, 60% of black men, you can't trust these guys. So that means the majority of black men that you meet, yo, go ahead and scratch them guys off the board. Listen, they're going to be no help to you. If anything, they're going to be a detriment to you, right? Then you have 30%. Out the 30%, I would say 15 because, excuse me, what separates the two categories, the black men that understand and the black men that face it, and I believe the black men that actually face it are 10%. Now, what do I mean by face it, right? First of all, what separates the black man that understands from the black man that faces it? Action. So you have the 30% and the 10%. The black men that fall into the 30%, of course, you can split that into two guys. 15% of those guys are trying to get to the level of where they can face it. Again, it takes time to face it. And the other 15%, these are guys who are going to go against the grain. I'm sorry. These are guys who are going to side with the 60% because, again, once you understand that black women are against you, once you understand that the system is against you and they aid the system in trying to keep you economically deprived and down bad, again, it's a hard pill to swallow. These guys are still saying, listen, oh, it's not all of them. It's not all of them. Bro, it is all of them. And if there are any good ones, man, listen, they're already snatched up. So the reality is, man, these same guys will derail you as well. But again, what separates the 30% from the 10% is that the black men that are the 10%, these guys come to the forefront. These guys face the nation. These guys already understand, listen, I'm going to receive backlash from going against the grain. I'm going to receive backlash from not following the script that black women and the white men have placed upon me. It's like the white man has a script for you, and black women, they have a separate script, but it aligns with the main script from the white man. You feel me? If you don't want to be the degenerate Pookie, okay, you're the guy who stepped up. You got guys like Russell Wilson talking about God called him to be a stepdad. Yo, you telling me The deity that you pray to called you and said, listen, Russell, be a stepdad. It's a blessing for you to be a stepdad. Get the fuck out of here, son. You feel me? You got guys like that. Again, he's part of the 60%. The 30%, again, the two categories in the 30%, the black man that's trying to better their plight and the black man that's gonna renege in the other 15%. See, again, the action. If you understand that, yo, black women are not good, they're gonna derail me, they're gonna try and F up my life no matter what, regardless if you date them, marry them, or just have sex, which you guys shouldn't be trying to worry about. But once you understand that, what's stopping you from making a change? Again, once you know better, you do better, right? So what's stopping you from making that change? Now, as a collective, right? Black men don't have a good rep worldwide. So, in order to really deal with a woman, a non-black woman, yo, you can't be no bum. You can't be the brother at the warehouse, man. I don't keep it a stack, bro. You can't be the brother who you bouncing from job to job. Like, nah, bro. I'm not saying that you couldn't do it and get away with it. Maybe, you know what I mean? And not to mention access, dude, demographics. Depending on where you live, you don't even have access to non-black women for real, man. Again, you black men who are down south, you in Alabama, you're in Louisiana, man. You're in Memphis, you in Atlanta. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you don't have access to non-black women. You might see non-black women, but the way how the South works, everything is segregated, dude. People still hold on to what happened 400 years ago, 150 years ago. Like, they're holding on to the civil rights movement, man. You know what I mean? So down there, bro, and again, not to mention when you're in the South, your life is controlled by black women because, yeah, again, that's the South is the plantation, dude. There's a reason why if you look at a lot of videos today, and I got some on my channel, black women, they're running down south to cities like Charlotte, Houston, Atlanta, because they already know that there's a surplus of black men still there. And again, the South is so bad because you're economically deprived. And again, I think the 10% of black men that really understand these guys escape, predominantly black areas. They leave cities that's heavy populated with black people because you realize, man, your own people are against you. Like black men who fall in the 10%. And shout out to AC because he always says, yo, black men remain in the shadows. And that's why the 10% of black men, you don't ever see them because these guys, first of all, they don't live in black cities, to be honest with you, bro. Like, you won't catch the 10% of black men in Atlanta. I can guarantee you that. The 10% of black men that understand and they face it, they don't live in Atlanta. They don't live in Montgomery, Alabama. They don't live in Louisiana, Texas. They don't live in North Carolina, probably in Miami, probably certain parts of Florida. You know what I mean? These guys don't live down south because again, I want guys to leave the West, but before you can leave the West, man, you got to leave down south first. Honestly, man, the plantation is too hard, bro. The plantation is too hard to get away from. And not because you don't want to get away from it, because on a subconscious level, the Tyrones, the Pooks, the Simps, and black women, like I said earlier, man, black men were the real slaves, right? They understand that you don't like it here. In their minds, oh, it's not so bad. Fucking Simps. Yo, it's funny how the Simps the Simps don't receive anything. He's receiving less than what you receive as the average black man, and he's saying it's not so bad. Of course, Tyrone is not saying it. Of course, he's saying it's not so bad because he's still having sex. But let's keep it a stack. But listen, as a black man, please do not feel bad that black women are not giving you no action, dude. It's not your fault. They have been hardwired like that, dude. That's just how they're gonna operate with you. Don't feel bad, my nigga. You might go 1, 2, 3 months without nothing, bro. You might go 12 months without no sex. You might go 24 months without no sex. You might go 36, bro. You might go 48 months without no pussy, dude. And it's not your fault. It's not your fault. Because I'm telling you, man, there's a system against you. 60% of black men are against you. The 30%, honestly, man, that 30%, I'm not going to say that those guys are against you, but you realize those guys, some of them aren't willing to face it. And again, man, if you're not willing to face it, man, you haven't really crossed over yet. Now, the other percent, those guys, they're trying. They're trying. Again, what separates the guys who face it from the guys who understand is action. If you're putting forth action, then, then listen, you're already a part of the guys who can face it. But you got to come to the forefront. You got to face the nation, man. You got to face the nation. So the simps that don't want you to leave, because again, on a subconscious level, black women, the Sims, Tyrones, and Pookies, they know you don't like it down there, dude. So when you go off script, these guys don't want you to leave. You leaving, you're looked at as a coward, man. You're weak. How am I weak? Because I don't want to be oppressed. Again, you're oppressed by the women that look like you, bro. They don't want you to reproduce. They don't want to give you no play. They don't want you to they don't want you to economically rise up. They don't want you to academically succeed. So they want to keep you right where you're at, having nothing. Like, they really want to see the black men, the average black men, have nothing, dude. No academic success, no economic success, no biological success. Like, these people don't want to see you have anything, bro. And again, black women, they will derail you, dude. As a kid, I used to think to myself, man, listen, it's not that bad. Again, the 2 stories I told you guys, that's just 2 from my senior year. I can really give you guys a whole bunch throughout, college, throughout high school. Yo, they've always tried to derail you. At least me, I've experienced it. Now, my thing is, I can admit that they try to derail me. I'm not, trying to dilute my mind thinking that, oh man, it's not real. Bro, it's very fucking real. It's very fucking, the fact that they told the teacher I did not contribute anything and I received a failing grade. Come on, bro. How much more? Again, I was like 17. So you're showing me at 17 you're against me? What makes you think at 25 you're not against me still? And again, not to mention that if you actually do gain some economic success throughout your 20s, man, and you're still trying to deal with black women, imagine as the average black man, they already don't check for you. Now, mind you, I'm not saying this like I'm an incel, bro. I did receive my fair share of pussy, but like I said in the past, like I said earlier in the video, you have to be perfect. You can't be anything short of being perfect, dude. Again, you're walking as a black man. When it comes to dealing with black women, you're walking on thin ice. It's like trying to tightrope over a pit of flaming fire, dude. It's like trying to walk a tightrope as a black man trying to deal with a black woman, man. It's like trying to walk across a tightrope above a shark tank, man. Shark Tank is full of great white sharks, piranhas, electric eels, man. You feel me? It's a death trap. You're walking on thin ice, man. It's a death trap. You already know, listen, they're stacked against you. Not to mention that the black women are stacked against you, but you have the black men that they will fight you tooth and nail. They will simp. These guys will physically put hands on you because you don't want to go along to get along, bro. You don't want to go along to get along, and it's just crazy to me. It's sick. It's sick, bro. Again, like I said, if you want to rise up against the system, man, you want to back out. You want to go and hold on. Let me mention this, right? If you are a black man that want to give up, back out, go do your own thing, go mess with non-black women, leave America and go mess with women overseas, yo, they hate this. The black simps hate this and the black women hate this because, man, listen, you're going off script. You're supposed to be around until I hit 30, building yourself up. For what? For what? Yo, matter of fact, I'm going to give you guys 2 more examples, dude. I'm talking. Matter of fact, hold on, check this out, right? I was just on Hinge, the dating app, right? And there was a black chick I matched with, and so look, right? We was talking for about 3 days. Now on the second day, no, I'm sorry, no, was it 3 days? Maybe three and a half, 4 days. But on the second or third day, one of those 2 days, right? She did not call me. She didn't text me back, and she left it like that, right? Now in her mind, she called herself trying to test me, which is her first fucking problem. But see, that's what black women do because listen, they test you to see how much of a simp you are. They test you to see how much are you trying to go against the grain? Are you trying to go off script? Like, what's his plans? What's his motive, right? So she tried to quote unquote test me to see if I'm gonna continue to reach out to her, even after she did not communicate with me no more. She didn't call me, she didn't text me after we had a good conversation. Mind you, my last message she did not respond back to. She didn't call me. So she wanted to test me to see if I'm gonna reach out to her after she's trying to ignore me. But it's part of her test, right? This is what I'm saying. As a black man, you're on eggshells from day one, dude. You're on thin ice because I didn't try and reach out to her. Now she hit me back. She's talking about, oh, why you want a dating app if you don't want to get to know nobody? And I'm telling her, I'm like, yo, listen, you didn't reach out to me. She said, listen, why would I reach out to you when you know what I'm saying? No, she said, why would I continue to reach out to you when you're not even trying to get to know me? I'm like, yo, but my last message you didn't even respond back to. You were calling me on a frequent basis. Now you just kind of you pulled back. You pulled back. And see, that's what they do. Listen, they butter you up just to cut you in half, bro. They butter you up and they cut you in half, bro. So mind you, she threw a whole fit. Oh, you a waste of time, nigga this, nigga that. Oh, you know what I'm saying? So Shorty went and reported my Hinge account and got me banned off the app. I don't know what she told the people in the report, but I got banned, dude. I was only on the app for maybe like 3-4 days. And I'm like, wow, that's just crazy. But again, you're from the jump, you're on eggshells, bro. Not to mention that it's other black women. I got their phone numbers, and they will talk to you for a couple of days. And again, this is my experience to do as the average black man. They will talk to you for a couple of days, maybe even a week, and then they slowly ghost you, bro. No, 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 no. Don't worry about dates. Don't, God forbid you want sex. Oh my God. As the average black man, you want sex? No, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. But again, I got banned off the app, or because I wasn't trying to, go along with her tests. Yo, Shorty, who told you to test me? That's your fucking problem. And I told her that. I'm like, yo, that's your problem. Trying to test somebody, but again, listen, not to mention not only that, right? It's chicks from the past that will try and hit you up to keep tabs on you, bro. Like chicks I do back in high school or like early parts of college, man, they try and keep tabs on you. They'll tap in maybe every 2 to 3 years to see how you're doing because man, you are a part of the script, bro. I'm telling you, you are a part of the script, black men. And when you try and go off that script, I'm telling you, black women and black men will derail you. Simps that will fight. Listen, simps will debate you, bro. I had a simp try and debate me on every man. Listen, the same talking points I talk about in all my videos, I had simps trying to debate me. And when you ask a simp, why do you want to debate me so much? These guys are talking about, oh, I want to debate because I want to debate. I want to argue because you're a fucking feminine bitch. You were raised by your single mother. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, bro, these guys out here, man, they're crazy, bro. As a black man, you want to rise up and do your own thing, bro. Listen, be prepared. You will deal with a lot, man. Trust me, you will deal with a lot. And all I can tell the black man, listen, man, it's gonna be a tough road. And 10 times out of 10, you will walk that road alone. You might have one. And this is how I'm gonna wrap this one up because out of the black men that you can talk to, bro, that 10%, yo, just like AC say, remain in the shadows. That's the reason why you don't see these black men, because these black men are in the shadows, man. He was walking alone in high school. He was walking alone in college, if he went to college, and he's walking alone in his adult life, because most black men you cannot talk to. Most black men will turn against you. Any talking point I talk about in any of my videos, dude, and you bring it up around most black men, yo, oh bro, you an incel, oh you don't get no pussy. Yo, why you making it? Even if I wanted the pussy from black women, they're not giving it to me. And I feel like, if and personally, I'm gonna say this, right? I feel like my archetype has faded out the dating pool. That's why I'm saying, I wasn't an incel in high school, bro. I got my fair share, but I feel like that was just to make me a crack addict, right? So that way when they turn 30, 35, 40, I'm still waiting for my next hit of that crack rock. You feel me? I'm still waiting for my next hit. And the fact that they on a subconscious level, right? They starved you out. So they know that you are still strung out on crack, but because you don't have no money, aka the physical prowess that they're looking for, and you're starved out, bro. You're just a fiend waiting for your next hit. And like I told guys, man, listen, in about 25 years, the black race in America, listen, it's gonna fall apart, bro. It's gonna fall apart because you got black women who are, they only operate based upon the I'm sorry, it's not clicking right now. They only operate based upon the behavior of the black men. They dictate which black men will reproduce. And when you look at the black men that do reproduce, especially right now in 2025, any kid that was born from like 2020 to right now, 2025, yo, these are the worst black men with children, dude. The straight up scumbag, straight up degenerate, retard, dipshit. Like it's bad, bro. It is bad. But again, 2050, watch and learn. Again, check out my channel, bro. Check out my channel. Black women, they're ruthless. They want to control you in every aspect. That's why I tell guys, don't even date, because again, these chicks, black women, if mind you, not to mention that you're the average black man, and then after the date, you're not gonna get no pussy afterwards. Listen, she's tallying up how much you spend. If you want to be cheap, if you want to go on a coffee date, go out for drinks, dude, you're done. Pack it up, bro. Pack it up. You're not in, and like I said, God forbid you want sex. Jesus Christ, man. I told you guys, again, the black women who are everywhere else outside of the South, they are making their way down there, dude. Again, I lived in the South for like a couple years, and I'm telling you guys what I've heard from black women themselves, man. They love it on the plantation. I've met more black men who ran away from the South, and he said he's never going back down South, compared to black women who flock to the South. Black men flee the South, black women flock to the South. Anyways, man, I don't got no much. Anyways, I don't have much more to say about this one. Anyways, black men, I'm out. Peace, man. Remain in the shadows.